Like, it's just not fair. You can go in somebody's house, admit you was making a mistake, admit that it was an accident, admit that you didn't mean to do it, which all is fishy because it sounded like she lied and she knew what she was doing and tried to use this as an excuse as it was an accident. But to only get 10 years when you murdered a man who was just in his house eating ice cream?
What type of ice cream?
I don't know. But apparently she knew the guy, right? Wasn't they dating or something like that? So all of this smells of snapped for whatever reason. And she wanted to kill him for whatever reason. Because this doesn't make sense.
Okay. Now, where you coming from? Because we was having some off-air conversations and you was kind of having a different approach about it.
I was kind of standoffish the whole trial.
Why is that?
It's justice in America. When it comes to us, you already know it's going to be half served. So I just was waiting to be disappointed. So, but her getting 10 years, what was the name of the law that they try to classify that?
Basically, a valid stand your ground.
Yeah, so Judge Tammy Kemp.
A black woman.
Judge Tammy Kemp ruled the jury can consider the Castle Doctrine, and for those that don't know, it's similar to the Stand Your Ground law, which allows as a person to use or using force, even deadly force, in the protection of a home, vehicle, or other property if someone attempts to forcibly enter or remove an individual from the premises.
Yeah.
So pretty much like Hugh was saying, it's a Stand Your Ground law. It puts the person that's doing the harm in the right because they're under that law.
They're protecting themselves or protecting their property. But you was in the wrong house. It wasn't your house. It wasn't your property. And he was not a threat. He was just black, eating ice cream. He didn't threaten her. He didn't have enough time to talk to her. She killed him because she was scared.
But she got found guilty. So that's not make it seem like she got out. She was found guilty, and it came up to the judge to give her the time, right?
Let me ask you a question.
Well, no. It was the judge and the jury. And I think a lot of people... Cause,
for the sentencing?
Yeah. So a lot of people are definitely giving Judge Tammy Kemp a lot of flack. One, because she is a black judge.
She could super exceed that shit.
She could.
She could have.
She chose to do.
Definitely. But again, to Naz's point, and not siding with either party, she was found guilty, and it was 10 years. And it might not have been as much as like other scenarios and things of that nature, but there was no, like you said, they were texting back and forth. Like there was no ill intent behind it from what it appears to be.
You talking about from the murder?
Yeah.
Man, fuck that. If police Tyrone, black Tyrone, walked into a white lady who eating ice cream on her couch and blew her fucking
who we
head
had
off.
a relationship with, not
Fuck
a stranger.
that. Hold on, let me finish. That black police officer would get 25 years to fucking life. They will make an example out of his black ass. This is fucking facts. They did that in Minnesota when that black officer killed that Australian lady who was visiting, that white Australian lady. They gave this motherfucker 20 years. Yep. This system don't give a fuck about black people, period. And that's what I'm saying. We had that white police officer held accountable. We had a black woman who was the fucking judge, had the audacity to feel more compassion for the white cop that killed the unarmed black man in his own home, gave her a hug and crying with her, and then you had that black filthy motherfucking bailiff, who's another black woman. I ain't bashing all black women, I'm not. But what I'm saying is a disconnect in the black neighborhood because a black woman combing a white woman's hair who killed your black brother like there's nothing fucking wrong. That's a fucking disconnect from the black woman to the black man to the black man to the black woman. It's a fucking disconnect that you can have compassion for your master, but you don't have compassion for your fallen brethren.
For me,
I
was just gonna say, I actually agree. I think it's fucked up that the fact that the judge basically treated it as a mistake, right? No one in that courtroom was looking at her like, you killed him and you did it and you're guilty. It was like, you made a mistake and this won't be the end for you. And the judge hugged her, gave her a Bible and said, don't let this one mistake change your life. and you can change it from here going forward. Like, what?
So
What the fuck?
So I hear people say that. So what's the flip side of that coin? What do y'all want to see?
What I would like to see is some professionalism.
Right.
First off,
judge don't be going hugging no fucking body.
You don't hug nobody.
But y'all, the argument sounds like it starts with professionalism, but goes into something more.
It goes
it's racial
for me.
Right.
It's
but
racial.
so it's definitely unprofessional. But how does that turn into racial when the judge is the black one?
It's self-hate. My nigga, what you talking
It
about?
turns into racial because
You have self-hate.
turn that around. Well, like he said, turn that around.
But who's giving the hate?
No, this is what I'm saying.
The family forgives. So there's
Forget the family.
Well,
We're not
what do
talking
you
about.
mean? What do you
Listen,
mean forget?
let me finish.
Well,
Don't cut me off.
hold on. Let me finish giving you the question before you cut me off with an answer.
Go ahead.
The family forgives.
Mm-hmm.
The judge should be a lot more professional, and they should definitely be hugging and brushing each other's hair and shit like that. But they're also people of the law too.
Exactly, and
So-
that's the problem.
But that's also their community.
No.
Exactly.
It's not passing it as it's right, but that might have it. Y'all from
Listen,
Dallas,
no, that's what I'm
y'all-
saying.
The
y'all do
law,
that shit?
Listen,
the law, they have their own community.
Right, they have
That's
their
what
own
I'm
This is
community.
what I'm
So
saying.
no, it's not professional, but it's not white people. It's not a white judge and a white bailiff with a black man or another white
It's
woman.
systematic. What I'm saying is, who run the world is whites. And I'm not bashing all white people, but majority of the people who run the world is whites, Europeans, Caucasians. They put a system in place that no matter what color you are, you're going to be fucked. And this system is not good for black people. The black woman had a stand. Like, we've always wanted a jury of our peers or a judge that looked like us, at least give us some type of leniency. You see all these white judges giving these white women leniencies. Oh, you raped this woman? Oh, you just get probation. Oh, you can't swim on a swim team no more. Oh, you did this, you killed this person. Oh, you can't do this. These white judges give these white people leniency. But when it comes down to a black judge,
There's no leniency.
there's no leniency period with white or black judge. Because it's a system and protocols and procedures set in place in America that said fuck black people. Fuck your culture. Fuck your community. And you, as a judge, a black male, black woman, you gonna lay the law of the land and you gonna show the world that you don't give a fuck about your own brethren.
So you rather her be?
I'm not mad about the sentencing. I don't give a fuck about the 10-year sentence. I'm mad about.
You rather her be more aggressive towards the.
Yeah, like I say, what you did was wrong. What you did was unjust. What you did was basically unacceptable, and you should be held accountable. With this, I would give you 10 years. I don't give a fuck about the sentence because you can't. This is a police officer, it's a public servant. They not gonna charge they get them motherfucker 30 years, 20 years. That's facts. But what I'm saying is she could have been more aggressive with her language, more aggressive with her demeanor towards that woman who made not even a mistake, a blatant mistake. Not even a blatant fucking mistake that did on purpose. Bitch, you knew that one in your fucking apartment.
And what people is missing is that she knew him. He wasn't a stranger. Like
It's your fucking next door neighbor.
She knew him.
You ain't shoot
And
that nigga
apparently
last
they
week.
had a relationship. And for the family, first off, they came out to say they do not forgive like the way it's been portrayed. What the son is him, what he said was him trying to forgive and trying to move forward. But the mother came out and clarified this does not mean he wholeheartedly has forgiven her and moved on and he's done with the situation.
But you showed the world that you hugged this white bitch.
But I don't even care for me personally. I feel like he's young, number one. He's like 18. So when this happened, he was 16? This was a minute ago. I look at it like you a young man, you trying to move on with your life, and you trying to do what you got to do to heal.
But the father
so if you want to be
forgiven,
forgiven,
the same thing.
you said what?
The father said the exact same
Right.
thing. He said,
and that's fine. If you want to heal that way as a
that's
family,
a family's fine. We talking about the law.
Well, a lot of people are giving flack to the family about forgiving.
And I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Because you heal
how you heal. I'm talking about the law of the land, which are judges, bailiffs, sheriffs, police officers. This whole country is run on law and procedures. The law and procedures are basically telling you if you're a black man and you ain't did shit wrong and you in your crib, they have the right to kill you, and this gave them the license to do what the fuck they want to do to us. Period.
And to his point, like he said, when you see white judges in this situation, when they're ruling over their people, they give them the benefit of the doubt. They look out for them. This lady just totally overlooked that he was murdered, and you gave sympathy to his murder. That was fun.
But it wasn't her that gave the sympathy. There's a jury of 12 people.
No, we're talking about her actions. She gave her a Bible.
And a hug, and she was crying herself.
She talked to her like it's gonna be. This was what the judge said to her.
A white judge would never do that to a black man that was found guilty of murder of a white person. He would never do that.
She quoted a scripture and was like, "This don't have to be the end for you." Like she was giving her,
pep talk. Is everything gonna be okay?
Comfort. In the sentence, like,
and if you look at, let me talk y'all for our fans, my bad. Look up this judge when she gave sentences of black people.
Is video on that?
It's video on that. Look it up. She laid the law of the land on their ass.
It was terrible.
Not all, but majority of them, she laid the law of the fucking land on.
She want sympathy.
She want fucking sympathy. She want hugging no motherfucking body.
So I don't know. It's sad. But at the end of the day, like Nas said, she got convicted of murder. And this other stuff is overshadowing the fact that a police officer in America
do the fuck they want.
Got convicted for murdering somebody. I mean, that's a big thing though, but it just don't feel like a win. Even though it's a step.
It never feels like a win. That's fucked up.
Cause look, what they charged with, was it first degree murder or second degree murder? Because if it was second degree murder, even first degree murder, good behavior, she'd get out in 5 fucking years.
Yeah, she's not gonna be in.
This is not federal crime. You do 85% of your time.
She'll do 5.
She'll do 5 years and
get out. Know where Van Dyke
is.
He's probably out, and we don't even know. Yeah. Who knows? So last thing I heard about him, he got moved to a prison in Connecticut or some shit.
He probably out on the streets right now.
Exactly. He probably somewhere kicking it. We don't even know. So we can't trust this system. This shit is all fucked up.
It never was built for us. So I don't understand why people be shocked and appalled by the sentencing. The sentencing, I'm not mad about the sentencing. I'm just saying we had her in the bag. We had everything we wanted, bro.
That's the sad part.
We had a black judge, my nigga.
We thought
everybody was black in this. The Bailiff was
some
black. The judge was black.
Oh man, we had everything perfect.
The mayor of Dallas is black.
Oh, we had everything.
All black everything.
And guess what?
Blue lives matter.
Now forget that.
It's that Woody Lynch.
That massa matter. Massa matters.
I think in this case it was blue. Yeah. She a police officer. She part of the fraternity.
Yeah, I agree with
she that. One of us.
Massa matter, bro.
Her, you know.
But all that's still part of the system.
Ain't no Black Lives Matter. Masses matter. Period. Yeah. I'm sorry. The system.
It's unfortunate.
They did that purposely. Hey, black judge, I'm gonna talk to you. You're not gonna give her 20 years. You're gonna give her
they told her
10 years.
I definitely believe it was
the powers that be, who are you know who they are, and they told her you're gonna give her a minimum of 10 years.
She didn't mean to do it. Go easy on her.
Yeah. Because if you give her 20 years, 30 years, we're gonna pull up some stuff that you did in your judge election and stuff like that. We're gonna suspend you. Yeah. They do that. They did a black judge in Kentucky.
Or she gonna get promoted.
The judge?
Yeah, the black man.
Yeah, I was told that by somebody.
A black judge, he was like, this is not right. You don't have the juries of his peers. This is an all-white jury. No, he needs the juries of his peers. They suspended him.
And the son gonna get broke off too because the family gonna get paid. I was told this by somebody else too. I don't want to shout him out, but basically they're gonna get a foundation in the son's name. The brother is gonna be running it. He gonna get paid. So everybody gonna still win off of this and the monetary.
Dallas gonna have to pay. The city gonna have to pay.
Taxpayers pay.
But everybody that played the monkey game in the courtroom, they all gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Or promoted. But yeah, you're right.
That's all it is. And the bailiff, whoever you are, you filthy motherfucker.
Damn.
Nah, filthy motherfucker.
See, this is see.
Who? Let me ask you a question. You murdered somebody. I never see the fucking bailiff. You killed somebody, and you going at her fixing her hair so she could feel better.
But see now,
that's filthy.
I feel away because like we're calling people names and shit.
That's not filthy.
For you consoling somebody.
Can I ask you a question? It's like somebody killed your friend or best friend, and you see a bailiff go over there and fix a man's fade, brush his hair, or fix a woman who killed your relative or your best friend hair.
Now you got some lint in your hair.
Like, it's okay, baby girl.
I'm gonna let him talk. Kellz, you have no issues with.
No. Let's not misconstrue this. I think the shit is fucked up.
Okay.
Let's not twist the two. It's definitely fucked up and the shit is unprofessional. But we're taking it to the point where we're calling
filthy bitches.
I ain't say that. Hold on.
You call him filthy motherfucker.
I said I ain't say no B word.
That's what
I said it's a filthy motherfucker.
Yeah.
I say that all day. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
You know what though? The problem is they expect when it's the other way around, you have to be professional.
Right.
But it's okay to show compassion in this case. Any other time, if you mad, like say this bailiff was upset and he really wanted to go knock her ass out, he would have to remain professional, right? So why can he feel compassion and be sensitive and rubbing her motherfucking head and shit? No, remain professional. It's all the same. So I feel like it's bullshit when people switch gears and get out of their supposed job. It's motive behind that. Ain't no reason a bailiff just gonna all of a sudden
fix your hair.
That's like the motherfucker standing at Buckingham Fountain, Buckingham whatever over there.
Buckingham Palace.
That's what I'm gonna say. When they standing guard. And then all of a sudden they ass get out of character and start smiling and taking pictures with motherfuckers. You gonna be like, nigga, this is not your job. You out of character. What the fuck is you doing? It's the same shit in that courtroom. Do your fucking job and do all that shit behind closed doors.
Like I said, it's a disconnect in our community from our brothers mistreating our sisters and our sisters mistreating our brothers. It doesn't matter though. The media, the world seeing a black judge and a black bailiff caring for this caring for a white murderer. Period. The world seen this. So it goes to show you that it's a disconnect in our community. It's a self-hate is in our community that we don't care for each other.
But that's not getting twisted. A lot of black people are upset with that. So
no, I ain't saying
not accepted. We didn't accept it.
We didn't accept it. I'm just saying, but it's a disconnect.
Don't put it on the community.
Yeah, it is a disconnect.
That was
put on those bad apples.
But when the world see,
it's a lot of fucking trials that happen, and excuse me. The conviction, edit that part. The conviction is going the wrong way. The motherfuckers in the courtroom whooping ass. So let's not get that twisted like this was something that's normally happening when the verdict happens.
But this is on a national stage. I ain't talking about like little small local stage. I'm talking about national stage. The world is seeing. That's what I'm saying. The world is seeing this. So the perception to the world is
she didn't mean to do it.
She didn't mean to do it. Look, it's a black judge. It's a black bailiff. The family is black. Oh, they forgiving her.
It's
she
not
didn't
a
mean
black
to do
and white issue. It was a tragic accident.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They're trying to spin this.
That's what I'm saying. The world see this as a disconnect.
So you found malice behind this. You felt like this was like from the bottom of her heart. She went in there intentionally with lethal force to kill this man.
Yes. Malice.
Heinous crime. She lied, bro.
Got it.
She lied the whole way. She lied about
crocodile tears.
Accident. She lied about feeling threatened. She lied about accidentally going to the wrong place.
Yeah.
She was lying the whole time. The man was not a threat. Wasn't a weapon. You was in the wrong place at the wrong time. In his face, she lied from the jump.
They were trying to find bad pictures of this nigga. They couldn't find bad pictures. And then they were trying to say, oh, he had marijuana. Who don't smoke motherfucking marijuana? That's some
they tried to bring up that she was raped when she was young. They was trying to paint her as a being a victim.
Yeah, not
you agree with all
of
that. You don't agree with our
the
hate that you think there's.
Yeah, the hate behind the judge and the bailiff. I don't get it. But maybe
when it comes to the judge and the bailiff, I personally feel like that was Dallas. That was a mayor. Yeah. That was a police department. That was an organization that said we have to paint this picture as not a black and white issue. We have to show that we feel this was a tragic accident and we have compassion for everyone involved. This is not a hate thing because they didn't want to spark hate. So they told them, show sensitivity. They told them, give your little spiel, use the Bible. Like, I think they told that judge to be